The picture I sent you.
I don't need you.
Yeah,
I don't
stutter.
need to do that.
Anyway,
I don't even know why I bother.
how you doing, everybody? All right, this is Yeah We Said It TV with my co-host Sade, me VDOT, and my other co-host is running late because she lives an hour away, so we're not going to charge her that $1,000 fee for being late.
I
Today,
am.
and she's not. Today we got our two guests. Would you like to introduce yourself, starting with the ladies?
Hey, it's Black Coca, aka K Dog, the big dog, big dog. I
And
am.
to my right,
Good. Denzel, no, not Washington. It's a great day to have a great day.
that's what I'm talking about. Today's show is brought to you by Preem's Dispensary. If you're looking for some premier smoke, go check out Preem's Dispensary, University area, and the Plaza Midwood area. Shout out to my dog Guru. All right. Now today's show, like I tell everybody, we basically come up with topics what we want to talk about on hand, maybe sometime before the show. So today we're not going to talk too much about entertainment. We're just going to talk about whatever the fuck I feel like we want to talk about. So recently, our last video that got posted, there's been a lot of back and forth about how wrong the girls were. All right, they were very aggressive. They were very verbally abusive to me. So, on the behalf of the girls, I would like to apologize to my fellas out there. I should have handled them a different type of way.
It was only comments from you sassy motherfuckers. That was it. It wasn't from no females, so
The
irrelevant.
No, fellas, I already know you guys weren't sassy. It was my fault. I should have put my pimp hand down. I should have channeled my Ike Turner abilities, but it's okay. I understand.
And y'all
I'm
would have been
dealing with-
seeing him on the news getting carried away.
I know. I'd have been getting carried away, but it's all right. Sometimes, like, we females get out of hand, and sometimes, you know, when you a pimp, you gotta just let them stroll a little bit. But my question for everybody, and I'm gonna let my guests answer first, all right? And I don't want Sade barking our head off.
My name is Duhh. He don't seem to want to get this right.
Her mother's in the back. I'm pretty sure if I asked her what he named her, but Duhh.
And he is off anyway because my real name is not even Sade. So at the end of the day, he's wrong. Okay, carry on.
Even a broke clock is right twice a day. Anyway, for my guest, all right.
And even a pimp can get slapped any day. Hey.
We're not even gonna go there. So, for my guest, when you get into a relationship, what are you getting into the relationship for? His money.
No, I got my own money.
All right, so what are you getting into a relationship for when
Don't
you're
let
in a
him
relationship?
rage bait you. That's what he
I
trying to do.
get into a relationship or partnership. So anything I bring to the table, I expect for him to be equal or more.
Okay.
So emotional intelligence, definitely. A man is making about the same as me or more. I would say, yeah, like I said, anything partnership. That's what I can think about right now.
So as far as the partner, like when you get into the relationship as a partner, like what is the key component that you're looking for? You said you already got your own money, right?
Correct.
So coming forth, is that something you also looking for, the guy that has money also, or a guy he can have less than you?
It depends on how less, because I actually had a situation like that. It's like, we just gonna use it as an example. If the rent is $2,000 and you're making $14 an hour, you can't afford it. I can, but he can't.
Okay.
So at the end of the day, who am I to put pressure on a man that can't live the standard that I'm living? So I choose not to date lower than my standard.
Okay.
So I need a man that's coming with what I can provide or more. That's just my lifestyle. Communication as well. I need a man that can directly communicate. I don't go off assumptions or what goes on inside your mind. I can't read your mind. But anything that like how I am, I want a man to come in just like me. That's partnership.
Okay.
In my opinion.
I think that's real good. You know? I think that's great. Sade. We gonna go. When you're looking for a partner,
We're not going to me because he said the guests were first. So go ahead.
wow. I forgot. I can't change my mind. My fault. Yeah. I'm gonna
He
come
got us
back
in
to
trouble
you.
on social media. He's not doing that, so no. Go ahead,
It's
Denzel.
okay.
It's on you.
Mr. Denzel.
Same. In terms of the partnership, the communication piece is also important, you know?
Yeah.
Because then we can communicate our expectations, and from there it's okay. You have these expectations, I have these expectations. We mutually agree on what they are, and then we go forward from there. And if anything changes, we have that transparency or that integrity with one another to communicate those changes. You know, because life is fluid. You know,
Yeah.
sometimes things will be equal, sometimes things will be unparalleled. You know, but at the end of the day, it's who we choose to wake up to.
Now, when you saying life being equal, is it truly equal, or you take care of most of the things?
It depends. Like for a situation that I've been in, like I was taking care of a majority of the things. At the same time, I could get exhausting, bro. Like to be a parent to somebody.
And see, and that's one of my points. And in a relationship, does it feel like often the man's being the parent? Because a lot of times it does come to, hey, you have to take care and do for me. You have to do for me. You have to step up for me. You have to, what are you bringing to the table? Like me, I ain't gonna cap. I say it, but I believe my woman is the table. Even though I'd be like, what can you bring to the table? Which I don't say that often, so please don't condemn me. I believe my woman should be the table. I mean, to hold things that I bring together. But a lot of times women are asking, what can a man bring to the table, instead of coming into the relationship, what can we do for each other? So sometimes coming like that, as I see when it's situations like that, when you're being a parent, I say there's a lot of one-sided, especially if you have a girl who might have a certain type of standard. There's nothing wrong with having your standard. There's nothing wrong with having your own standards. But the problem is when we come into these relationships, we don't discuss what our standards are. Like if I meet you in the club, I'm gonna be 100% honest. I'm not about to ask you what your standards are. I'm not gonna
I
ask
think
you.
you should though.
Yeah.
I think you should because that gives you a clear idea of what she's looking for. We don't want to go off assumptions.
You're right, but in today's time, how often do we have those conversations? Those conversations normally happen 2 or 3 months into the relationship. And I've been there. We've been in a relationship, stuff going smooth, especially when you're in that what's called the love phase. Like, oh my God, this is the person. Oh, so great, so great. Then when shit hit the fan, you want to have a conversation.
Right.
I think for me, I don't think it's so far as a man being the parent. I think it's a man leading. Because if he's leading and providing and doing everything he needs to do, she's taking care of everything on the back end, as far as making sure groceries in the house, laundry is done, food is being prepared when he gets home from work, everything's clean. So it's not about you being a parent. You have your part, she has hers. So you can't say that, oh, I'm being a parent to another person. You're being a man to your woman. That's what that is.
Yeah, if this was
Here you
1964.
go with that again.
This is
At the end of the day, you
1964.
can't, but that's like an insult. You can't sit here and tell a woman that you're being a parent to her. Like, you won't want her to say that to you, like,
No,
oh,
no.
I'm taking care of you, but that's the way you're
Okay,
parenting.
That's why we
but
communicated ahead of time, you know, so it doesn't feel like that because that even that word or like that feeling. The first part was how I see it now. The second part of like feeling like, man, it could feel like being a parent to somebody. That's from the past of
Okay,
like
gotcha.
things
But-
weren't being communicated, you know, and it's like
now,
But then if you feel like somebody, if you're being a parent to someone, maybe you need to rethink that relationship.
right.
but that's what we're
Yeah.
saying. Normally that happens 2 or 3 months, a
After
couple
we
of times
already
after y'all
done-
already in it. And it's hard to break down. How often, as an adult, can we really say like, hey, as soon as we meet somebody, hey, let's sit down, let's let's talk about our future and what I like. It never happens that way.
But
It
that
never
becomes a
happens
you
that way.
problem because at the end of the day, you should.
That becomes all of us.
But my thing is, if you're not that person
It is
to
a you
say
problem.
it, it's a you problem because obviously at the beginning that didn't mean nothing to you because you would have had that conversation.
I'm gonna be honest.
You would've had that conversation.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna be honest. If y'all all had this conversation, y'all would be virgins. But you
That's
haven't.
not- that's not
You
true.
haven't. No, listen.
The way
If
your
you had that
mind is
conversation
wired is
first,
crazy.
if you had that conversation first, hey, let's sit down. I just met you in the club. So, what are your dreams? What can you bring to the table? You're not having that conversation.
Who's
first.
not? You're not having that conversation.
You not neither.
How you gonna tell me what I'm doing,
I'm
nigga?
definitely having that conversation. But see, that conversation comes with maturity.
Exactly, and you
So
don't have it.
if you know
Alright.
what you want in life, you know what you seek, and you know what you
Yes.
want, you're gonna have
You're gonna
that
have
So
that
you're having
conversation
that
because you want to
conversation.
avoid going through things. That's a
Again,
woman's
yeah.
thing. Y'all are men. Y'all don't like to do that.
I'm having that
I'm
conversation.
going out there. We're going to have that conversation.
Okay.
Because
Hold up.
y'all stress us out so bad to the point where we're going to put everything on the table because we don't want to go through shit with y'all.
And I'm not saying that y'all don't do that. I'm not saying that. But let's just be honest. Whenever you have, so you mean to tell me the person that you ever met in your life, every single person you ever met, how soon do you have this conversation? Let me say that. How soon are you having that
The
conversation?
first or second date.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
All right,
I would like for it to be that way, but sometimes
I'm being honest. I'm gonna be honest. I'm with. I already know. I don't believe that happens on a second date. Know why? Because then that one, like I said, you can say what you want. You would be a virgin. Because you had this conversation. If you had this conversation first, that means that means there's some people you're not having a conversation with.
More than likely, it's the first date because we would have never made it to the second if I didn't get all my questions answered or what I felt like you were.
But the thing is, it
intentions.
comes with maturity. So in my
Right.
30s, like I'm just turned 33, so now I'm having these conversations.
Yeah.
But in my 20s, I lack
You just
I
giving it
lack
out.
because I lack purpose. I lack direction. Anybody in their 20s gonna lack that. Nobody knows why we're dating. We're just having fun. But when you get in your 30s, now you have a clear direction on what you want. So that's where it comes in at. So now I'm having these conversations.
Because you want to build that time to get growth with that person. You have to have that conversation. Like it's at the age you are now, if you're in your 30s and up, that conversation needs to be had because nobody wants to waste time. Nobody wants to waste money.
Right.
Nobody wants to invest and then an investment goes down the drain. So
Right.
those conversations need to be had off top.
So
Right.
you're right. So men don't want to invest.
And that's a y'all problem.
And
again.
it's not a us problem.
It
At the end of
is.
the day,
You're the man, right? So it's a you problem.
because guess what? We holding most of the we holding most of the financial burden of any relationship from the jump. From the jump,
You want a cookie for
can't go
being
on
a
a
man?
date. You can barely take a
Do
girl on a
you want
coffee
a
date.
cookie for being a man? If not, be a bitch.
Hold on, what's about being an adult? Y'all saying being
You
a man?
just-
Being a man is like automatically you take care of everything. I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna act like a
You
princess.
just
No,
said-
like I said, you're not a damn
Then he does
virgin.
not just
You done
say-
gave the cookie up to like 20 niggas. Now all of a sudden I gotta be this man.
You're yelling. Calm down.
because I'm
You're passionate. I know. Not the VDOT.
unhand me. Hold on.
He just said burden. He just said it's a burden to handle financial.
Listen,
so
because-
why is it a burden?
Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's a burden. All right, because when you're trying to properly date, and I'm gonna say this because I've dated multiple races and multiple people. There is a time when I can come up to a certain race. I'm not even calling out no race. You just figure out what race it is. There's a certain race that I come up to, and I'll be like, hey, I want to get to know you. Let's something simple. Let's go have a coffee date. Do you know how many girls that of my complexion, my race, I said, you know, I want to get to know you. Let's have a coffee date. I don't have no coffee date. And this is all levels. I done dated corporate to the hood rats. And all of them don't want to get to know me. They really want what can you spend to get to know me? How much are you going to invest into me to get to know you? It's not like, let me get to know you first, and then we can talk about what it's invest. Like, that has been the story of my whole life. And I'm not no weird dude. I know how to talk. I know how to I'm very charismatic. I know how to talk to females. But if we're really starting off financially, what can you do for me without getting to know me? Oh man, it's already a bad thing. And I feel a certain way. Yes, I know females are gonna go and no, that's how you should be. That's how you be a man. No, it's called courting. Hey, do you like me enough for me to even spend on you, or do I like you enough to want to invest in you? It's like no matter if you like the girl or not, you got to put up the money to see if she like you. And I feel like that's unfair.
And it's unfair. We can say the same thing is unfair to us because when we run into a man, it's when we gonna fuck. It's the same thing. It's just a different.
Hold on.
It's just
That's different.
No,
that's
it's not.
Different. I'm not listening.
No, it's the same thing.
If a nigga run up to you, can we fuck?
Not in those words. You're taking it technically. Like you're saying, if a woman is saying, "Oh, what can you do for me?" A man is like, "How can you get my dick wet?" It's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. If I'm asking you out for coffee,
the same
hold on. If I'm
thing.
asking you out for coffee, right, and say, "Hey, let's go have a coffee date." You get your coffee, I'm gonna get my coffee, and you be like, no, that ain't good. That's not the same as, hey, when you gonna suck my dick?
It's covered up. Oh, I want to take you out the coffee. In the back of his mind is, I can't wait. I can't wait till we finish this coffee.
But you don't know.
It's
Hold
the
on.
same thing.
Let me tell you
something. It's the same thing.
Let me tell you why it's not the same thing. Because
Let's
I'm
hear this.
asking you, hey, can we go out to the coffee? You assuming what's on the back of my mind means that's what your thought is for every man that talks to you. And that's not the case. If I'm coming to you like, yo, let's go out for coffee, and your mind is, oh, this nigga want to fuck. Did I say that or did I say coffee? You can assume and make an ass out of you.
So let me ask you a question.
But it ain't going to be me.
Let me ask you a question. So when you ask this woman out for coffee, is her response just no, or is her response, what can you do for me? Because at the end of the day.
Both.
Come on,
let's go out for coffee. Oh, no, I'm a brunch type of girl.
But that can be
brunch is $60. I don't care where you come from.
But that can be true.
I got hella money, but
you know
money
what?
is money.
That can
I'm
be
smart.
true. Let me
count
tell
numbers.
you how that can be true because I don't drink coffee or tea. I never have my whole life.
You drink water?
Maybe she's not a coffee person.
Juice. Starbucks sells juice.
Okay, but you, like you just said, you offer her out to go coffee. That's not her
I'm
environment.
giving an example.
If you want her to be comfortable in her element, let her choose something she wants to do. You want to do coffee? Hey, I'm not a coffee type person.
But if she's going to choose FTK, bitch, what is wrong with you? With that being said, we're going to pause because we got some more guests coming in the house.
You ain't got no sense.
She got me sweating out here. We'll be back after this commercial break.
Right.
Hold on.
I get that.
Hold on. Listen, you want to get mic'd up and sit behind.
Right. Come on. Get in the camera.
Look. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hold up. We have the person that has all the knowledge.
Right.
We over here gatekeeping. Come on, get on this shit.
Yeah, come on.
He like, nah, nigga, not today.
We had these conversations in real life.
All right. Listen.
Old click talk.
Hey, we back after the commercial break. Like I said, today's show is brought to you by Preem's Dispensary. Best green in the building in the world right now. Located in University area and also the Plaza Midwood area. So look up Preem's Dispensary. All right. Now we got two guests. One of them is going to be behind the camera, and it is Miss C. Duhh. What we gonna call you?
Lady T.
Lady T. We got Lady T, which is C. Duh's mama behind. She's coming with knowledge and wisdom and experience.
And y'all better be respectful because I'm on your ass.
Let's be respectful. All right. And then our guest finally rolled, other co-host finally rolled up in the building. Leisha, baby.
What's goody?
All right. Well, we were talking about, a lot. We were talking about what do you get in a relationship for? What is your reason for getting into the relationship? Would you like to ask us?
She finna let y'all have it. She worse than me. Fuck that.
What's my reason for getting
what
into a relationship?
when you're going into a relationship, what's your reason for getting into the relationship?
I mean, it's a partnership. At the end of the day, I feel like we should be getting into a relationship to better each other, to bring each other to newer heights that we maybe can't reach alone, or that we can just get to quicker with a partner. So when people say things like, oh, this person is using you or whatever, I mean, I wouldn't call it using, but at the end of the day, that's kind of what it is, a give and take in a relationship. So, I mean, getting into a relationship for me is getting a partner that's going to help me and us together reach a height that I'm looking to reach.
Okay, so I guess we all in agreement with us getting into relationships as far as having a partner, having somebody to be easily yoked with, even though they don't be.
and to do life with.
to do
Right.
life with.
Have fun together and just, boss up.
Okay. But when you get into this relationship and the person is not what you expected them to be, far as any shape or aspect of the relationship, what is your next move? Do you sit down and have a conversation with the person, say, hey, this is not what I signed up for, or you just break it off and go?
I feel like, yeah, that conversation needs to be had. Is we sit down, I ask you, is this relationship something you want? I feel like you need to get better in these areas. Do you feel like you're willing to do that? And if you're not, we can go our separate ways. But if you are willing to work on that, then we can continue on. But if you're not willing to work on things that I find that I don't like, there's no reason for us to be together at that point.
Yeah, I agree with that. Definitely wouldn't just be like, yeah, this ain't it, and leave. I mean, I feel like everybody deserves an explanation behind why you're making the moves you're making. I've always been like a communicator. Like, we got to talk about this. And when we don't talk about things, that's when it becomes a problem. So I would definitely let my partner know what I don't like, what I feel needs to change, and what's going to work for me, and whether or not they're okay with it, then that's going to determine where we go.
Okay.
And I think like Coco and Sade was saying, C-Dub was saying that first you gotta sit down and have a conversation. You gotta figure out if this person is the person that I want to be with. Do we have the same core values? Do we have the same common goals? How do you want to be loved? Because you can't love me like you love the last person. I can't love you like you have to ask that question. How do you want to be loved? And if you can handle that, then we can move on to the next step. Because sometimes we miss steps.
Yeah.
We don't want to court a date. We want to go straight to the bedroom, or we want to
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? So we miss steps. You can't miss steps. If you miss steps, that's why you always trip up, because you miss that step and you're tripping.
But
And to piggyback off what she said, just because you say you love me, that doesn't mean I receive love in that way. You could be showing me love, but that's not how I receive it.
Right.
So you can't sit here and say I love you. Okay, that's the way you love. That's not how I receive it.
But do you all right, with that being said, do you step into the relationship telling people how you want to be loved, or you figure out once they expressing how they love and showing you how they love, do you have the conversation of, hey, this is how I want to be loved right then, or you wait till it becomes a problem? Because sometimes, say if you're a person, and say if I'm a person, I'm giving you gifts, and my love is, hey, I'm having this, and you don't say nothing, but you wait 4 or 5 months to say, hey, well, this is why the relationship went bad, because you didn't give me love like this. That sometimes that conversation is never had.
But see, you
I think-
can save yourself time, wasting time having the conversation up front. Because you automatically know, it don't take long for you to know if this person is in my lane, or if we got this in common. Just have a conversation.
I think subconsciously, we tell people, like, people can read our love language. And if when they don't, that's when you verbally say something. Because for me, physical touch is not my love language. Acts of service is my childish. Acts of service is my love language. Cleaning up, cooking, giving gifts, da da da.
Hold on.
But if that's not
is
the
that
way,
is that the way you
that's what I'm getting to. You got to let me finish.
Uh-oh.
But that's my love language. The person I'm with, love language can be physical touch. And that's something that if I'm willing to go there with that person, that I got to get used to, and I got to start learning how to give that to them. But if I don't feel like I can give that to them, then we got to go our separate ways, because too much physical touch or whatever else is not for me. Or maybe you haven't met that person that makes you want to have that physical touch. And so that's a conversation that needs to be had as well.
And then you got to ask yourself if you want to adapt or adjust.
Right. Adapt or
That's
adjust.
what I was about to say, because you said your love language is, acts of service, cleaning, cooking, doing stuff for a person. What I think sometimes we miss is how, like you said, your love language is doing this, but how is your receiving love language? Because you may not, if you're doing all the cooking and cleaning, you're doing all the acts, and that's how you express your love, if that's the same kind of love you want back. Like, I'm an acts of service person. I love the acts of service. But I don't care if a girl do the acts of service for me like that. Like if I'm cooking and cleaning, like say I come home, I'm cooking, cleaning, and I'm doing all that. I like doing that. But what I like, love back is touch me, motherfucker. I cooked and clean. Kiss my motherfucking neck. I rub my back.
I spoke on that though. I answered that.
Yeah.
Interaction, y'all talking, y'all get being real and vulnerable.
It'll come naturally. Like
Yeah, but you said
I answered your question though.
you said your acts of love is the service and the cooking.
And then I went on to say, and if that person's is physical touch, I will have to adjust it.
No,
I hit on
not that. Okay, that's what I was saying. I know you said if that person is. I was just saying, how do you like me? You're talking about how that person gives you love. Cool. How do you like receiving love is what I'm saying. Not saying, hey, if that person is a person that likes touch. That, like you said, that's not how you like receiving love.
Of course,
what's your love to receive?
It'll be the same way I give it out. So my acts of service and things like that, if I like to do it that way, I will want that back.
So if a guy come in cooking and cleaning, you like that just like you like cooking and cleaning.
Yeah.
See, and that's the problem because we should be, when we say acts of service, that's service.
And I feel like in a relationship, everybody should be serving.
Because your acts of service could be different from mine. Like I may just like the simple things. You know, and you may like more of something else. So that comes with communication too.
Communication.
Acts of service, words of affirmation.
But if that's my love
say,
language,
hey, I want you to say this to me, or I like this, or I don't like this. I like it when you love me like this. You gotta get really.
yeah, you gotta learn that balance. But that should be common sense. But a lot of people don't have it. A lot of sense ain't common. But you would think that if I'm doing this and I'm showing you this way, and you came to me and showed it back to me, my reaction, my face, whatever, will let you know that that's what I like and what I don't like.
Yeah, but I don't want to leave room for interpretation.
Thank you.
What it is for me.
Yeah, but over time you learn a person. It's just something it just comes
I don't
naturally.
want to learn over time because over time I could be wasting my time, and I don't want to waste my time because my time is valuable.
Okay, Mama T.
And that's what I was saying. Be direct.
Yeah.
But
the last podcast, if when we were direct like that, you just said.
Hold on, what?
The nigga said, you're being
what?
too strong. Don't come to me direct.
Okay.
Nigga, make you
No,
always
hold on.
contradict
Hold
yourself,
on.
VDOT.
Hold on, let me say
Nigga,
this.
pick a struggle. Either
Alright.
you gonna go with this or go with that.
I'm gonna say it. I never said anything wrong about being direct. I said aggressiveness, and we said I ain't saying nothing. You could be direct and be soft. I said being soft, and you said, oh, being a strong woman. No, it's a difference. You can be a very strong, soft woman.
You can be silent and be a strong woman.
Yes. So you're saying I said being direct, that has nothing to do with the attitude. Let me say it a different way. How your tone and how your energy comes off to a man can be the difference, make or break the relationship.
Likewise.
Yes, the delivery.
Likewise.
So when I'm saying attitude, let me say that for all the ladies that was reading the comments. It's the tone and the energy, the tone and energy that you come at a man. At the end of the day, as men, we already dealing with an aggressive world. We're already chest out. We gotta watch everything. We don't want our woman. If you have a problem,
me, I'm gonna cry about it.
no, it's not even that. See, even if we was in a relationship and I'm telling you something like that and you're reacting like, oh, we gonna cry about it. I'm looking at you like, bitch, the fuck? I'm coming down.
That's what you do anyway. That's what you do.
But if I'm coming to you as these are my concerns in a relationship, these are my concerns, and your immediate reaction like, oh, nigga, well, then I'm looking at you like you one of my homies, because that's what my niggas do. Because I can't go to my niggas like, man, the girl, but my nigga, toughen the fuck up. I don't want my girl to be like toughen her up. I want my girl to be like, here's my shoulder, baby. Go ahead.
Because it depends on the communication. Because some men like aggressive. That's a turn on for them.
Yeah.
So if that's your thing, that's your turn on. I'm gonna give it to you all the time. But see, but if you're a different kind, it depends. You gotta communicate and let me know what you like or what is it that that turns you on. And if that turns you on, I'm giving you that every day, all day.
I think the thing for me is it bothers me because, like, he said he wants his woman to come talk to him and be direct and everything like that.
Soft.
But most men now, they want us to be these submissive women and want us to be yes men, or if they say something or they talk to us crazy, they want us to just be quiet. We're not them type of women no more. I'm not finished. You see what I'm saying? How he's interrupting me? We're going to say what we want to say, and y'all just expect us to be quiet. We're not doing that. It's 2026. We're going to say what we want to say. But I say that to say this. The way he wants us to communicate, it, like you said, delivery is everything. You can't come to us a certain way and expect us not to like boss up and get into our era where we talking back to you a certain way when y'all be talking to us a certain way. It's delivery. And y'all don't deliver right all the time.
Let me ask you something. When in history have you seen a black woman not being strong?
What are you talking about? Every woman has always been strong.
So that's our nature.
Okay, no,
So
y'all keep calling it strong. Like back and forth is not always strong.
I get that part, but I'm just saying as far as when we talk, we're passionate.
That's still okay, but that's still not even your nature.
That is.
No. It's not your nature to be. Oh, whoa, hold on, but it has not been your nature. Let's go back. Let's go back to our grandparents. Yes,
that does that, VDOT. Huh? What females are you running to that does?
I'm looking at her. I am looking at the female that does.
No, that's not true because we have Mama T over there. Mama, am I not soft with my if I'm feeling somebody? What y'all see is not what my person sees. This is C Duhh. Y'all don't see Sade.
And then depending on who you with,
we'll bring that out of you.
Okay.
If you got a man that talks to you, he loves you and
he pours into you
and he caters to you, and vice versa with a woman. It's gonna bring out something different.
They don't believe in that.
Hold on.
They don't believe in that.
And first off, our last episode, I do bringing
that out.
No, what I said is if you come to me in the last episode, I said if you come to me chest out like you aggressive, you're not soft. The whole thing was about being soft and being aggressive, being masculine. I'm sorry, being feminine and being masculine. I said I shouldn't have to bring your softness and elegancy and all that out of you. Regardless of whatever trauma you've been through in a relationship, I should step to you and already exude that. That should already be out. Yes, hold on, let me finish. Put your hand down.
I ain't saying a word.
All right. But if you come to me as if you're an aggressive man, you get dealt and handled with what I get. What the energy you bring towards me is the energy you're getting back.
But let's be for real. But let's ask.
Hold on. I want to hear Mama T.
Wait. Why is she coming at you? Why does she feel like she has the need to come at you like that if you haven't came on to her or made her feel like she had to defend herself? Why is she coming at you like that?
We're talking about if I'm coming to you as like I'm messing with you. I like you in a relation, not as we arguing.
I'm saying that. So if she feels like she has to have her guard up and she's coming at you like that, why does she feel like she has to have that guard up coming at you?
Because the trauma she never dealt with.
That's not true. That's not always true.
So
maybe it's something. Maybe it's your delivery, your tone is making her feel like she has to bounce up like that because the way you are.
If we're arguing, yes.
I'm not just saying arguing.
Let me give you a perfect example. Go ahead.
It's just like the man sets the tone.
Yes.
That's period in the house. Period. And if you're the right man for me, then you're gonna create in me. You're gonna teach me.
Okay.
You're gonna teach me how to love you. You're gonna teach me how to follow you to the ends of the earth. Because when a woman has a good man that's gonna pour into her, he'll get a whole different kind of woman.
We talked about that. He said that he was against that. He just said he doesn't think it's his job to soften up a woman. She just said no.
Pour into,
and that's what we mean.
You can't pour into a cup with holes. Point blank. Period.
You can.
You can't pour into a cup with holes. You're right.
Exactly.
Yes, but if I'm not broken and I'm pouring into you, because I can't pour into somebody that I got holes in me.
But everybody's broken to a certain degree.
Yeah, to a certain. All right, even if
you didn't want to fix it.
I'm God-like. I ain't shit broken about me. All right, if things I like, the things I don't like.
You're in denial.
Listen, I'm not perfect.
That's what the hell you in.
I'm not perfect.
But see, that's the thing, though. That's what a leader is.
Exactly. He doesn't want to be a leader.
But that's what a leader. That's like being over employees or being over a track team. People want to come not perfect, and you have to be able to willing to fix that with unconditional love.
Bingo.
If you love that,
vulnerable enough to admit that you broke.
Okay, hold on. Go ahead. say what you were saying?
I'm just saying but see, that's the thing with men that I've came across. They already want a woman to come perfect. Nobody's perfect.
They're not.
So how can I sit here by your side while you build yourself up, but I ain't coming perfect? You want to leave and go to somebody else?
But see, that's why you get with your person. Right?
Exactly.
Because whatever brokenness y'all got, if y'all agree to be together, y'all gotta create something different. Y'all gotta heal that brokenness in one another. But you gotta first admit, recognize, confront, and identify that you broken.
And you're making a great point with that. You're absolutely right. Identifying and seeing if we're broken. But do we step to everybody assuming everybody's broken?
No, but that's part of getting to know somebody. That's part of becoming as one. You get to see up front, close and personal, that this person is broken. Now, how can I help him heal? And vice versa. How can I help her heal?
See, and I think that has become an issue with us as a community. Sometimes, and I'm gonna just say as black men, it's been very hard. And then coming, also trying to heal myself, and then come and try to heal somebody, which a lot of times as a man, we are left with the burden. We got to heal you. We have to.
Well, how about you heal
hold
yourself
on,
first?
let me finish.
You got to heal yourself first before you try to go and get a woman. You need to be healed.
This is what the whole.
And that's your problem. That's why you
what
feel like you don't need to help a woman because you're not healed. I'm not healed, so why should I even try to heal her?
No,
yeah,
that's not.
How
listen,
about heal yourself before you get in a relationship?
What I'm trying to say before I keep getting rudely interrupted.
Because you make no sense.
This is where I wish I had Ike Turner back behind me, like a backing. Can I get an Ike Turner sponsorship? What I'm saying is, yes, there are some parts in my life and any man's life that were not totally healed. Yes, but there are, as a man, sometimes, and I'm gonna say sometimes because I ain't gonna say how everybody, it doesn't affect the relationship as dramatic as a woman that's not
You
healed.
don't think it does. That's
Hold on,
not
no,
true.
no.
You don't think it do because
The
it's your
whole
perspective.
point. Listen, this is.
You don't know how that makes her feel. You
Hold
only
on.
know how it
I
makes you
literally
feel.
just said sometimes. This is not. I'm not doing a broad thing across every black man, but there are men at the end of the day because I'm a black man. My burden is heavy. It's just like, all right, my shit is heavy. I still have to move forward. I got to deal with a woman. All right, I have to hear her. Never mind the stuff that I go through because she has to heal first. Let me throw this on the back. Let me put this on because I know what she needs in a relationship. She needs to heal. So my stuff get put on the back burner.
So
But by the time we address my stuff, it's like, okay, now I need to break down to you how I'm feeling. Oh, well, you should have did that then. It's too late. Oh, now you ain't got your stuff together because I may be emotionally burnt out because yes, as I am not fully healed, I'm like a cracked vase. Yes, I'm cracked. I got little holes and I'm leaking a little bit.
And you don't
but
think
you
it's the
got
same for her?
holes and I'm filling up your holes. I ain't got time to keep.
And you don't think it's the same for her?
Because sometimes, because at the end of the day, women and men can dress it up like nothing is wrong. So it's never dressed in the beginning till it becomes but that's what we're talking about.
If you want a girl to be honest and you want the relationship to work, then both y'all need to come together and discuss your trauma, issues, flaws in the beginning.
But nobody wants to do that in the first. You don't want to tell a guy from the jump, look, before you talk to me, I've been touched by my father. I've been touched by my daddy. You don't want to be.
We can't heal those wounds. Those are wounds
but
you
then,
can't heal on your
hold
own.
on. You can't heal those wounds. We're coming to you on how you can heal, and you're telling me we can't heal. But if we be like, all right, well, fuck it, we ain't dealing with you. Oh, you ain't shit. You got a wound that cannot be healed that we have to try to heal.
What wound besides that can't be healed? That's what I'm saying.
Besides
that's a huge wound.
Okay, never being loved. Hold on, never being loved is a hard wound to heal. When you never been loved, you become a narcissistic type of person. Now you manipulate people into what you think is love. That's a wound that can't be healed, but guess what? Talking to you about it, and you know that a narcissistic person is going to be like, I can hide this. And they hide it so fucking well that you don't think nothing's wrong. But by the time you start picking up on it like, yo, what? Yo, you narcissistic. I hope I'm saying that right. Narcissistic. Listen, I got a list. I know. I'm going to get cooked.
Just say a narcissist.
A narcissist, by the time you realize you've been manipulated by a narcissist, it is 2-3 years into the relationship. And then you go tell your homeboys or you tell your friends, hey, this like, oh, you should have known that. Some people wear a mask so fucking good, they wear 2 masks. You take off the
Maybe
first one, they got the second
that
one.
was the wound that they
Let me
had.
ask you this, VDOT. So, you know how they say we know us better than anybody else?
Mm-hmm.
When did you notice, or when does that person notice that they're a narcissist? And
That's
don't
the
work on it.
that's the thing. Hold on, because they already know, and then now and they're not gonna work on it. Yeah. You can be. I met some narcissistic people that I've come to them and say, "Yo, you're being a no, I'm not." And they try to manipulate. That's you acting like that. That's you. So I'm not a therapist. I'm doing my best of what like I said all the time. We know what we know, but we don't know everything. I'm a well-educated man. I'm successful in my life. There's so many things. But trying to figure out the human psyche and I got to be the therapist of the relationship, sometimes it's hard.
But nobody's asking you to do that.
But you have to. It's not an act. You have to be a good man. You have to. No, it's not a certain extent. You have to be a partnership. If I'm taking you to be my girl, I have to make you better.
So when you meet a woman and you notice that she's a narcissist, right? What do you do?
As me, and I'm being honest with me, I tried, and it's my fault. I tried to make her better and fix that.
No, that's the issue.
Okay.
That's the issue, yeah.
Because
Okay.
if you notice, if I meet somebody and I notice that they're a narcissist, that means bye.
Okay.
Because I don't have time to fix you.
Okay, and what I'm gonna say to that, you're absolutely right. For the people that don't have time to fix people or want to,
You can't fix somebody.
no, I know that, but sometimes you have hope. Regardless, at the end of the day, you got the experience, you got the wisdom. Like, nah, I ain't got no hope. For me, it's like, damn, I feel like I could, and I'm wrong. And like 90% of the time, I'm wrong. But it's still like, and I'm speaking for me. So black men, if you don't agree, fuck you. I don't care. It don't matter. You can't beat me. I'm speaking for me. I have so much hope on the person who I choose because I feel like I know I'm right and I'm wrong.
And how long does your relationships last by you trying to fix somebody?
Because you can't always be stupid as stupid does.
I'm not even gonna lie. A lot of relationships I've been in been long relationships. Like, granted, what everybody say about VDOT. I'm gonna say, it's a couple I have fixed. And then at the end of the day, I had to dig down to their trauma. If you fix them,
you'll still be with that person.
But my question is, why are you trying to fix somebody?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not perfect, and I know, and it's because I chose this person. If I chose a broken car, guess what? I chose that car.
You might need an alternator or something.
Huh?
You said might need an alternator.
Yeah, I'm thinking like car. Maybe it need an alternator. Then I realized it need an engine. And now they need an engine. But I done invested so much time in it. It's like, for me, I'm not really a quitter. And I get some people like, nah, I see the signs. I'm leaving. Me, I'm like, come on, VDOT. You stronger than any black man on the planet. I don't care what everybody think. I think
But
I am.
the thing about it is,
You know what my motto is? If loving you is hurting me,
I'm gonna choose me every time.
Okay.
Simple for shit show.
You gonna choose you every time, wherever it's not her. You got it.
But that's the thing, though. I feel like a lot of times people get themselves in situations and always want to blame the black woman when you shouldn't have been with her in the first place.
It could be a white woman too.
But I'm just saying, I feel like you have to pick and choose your poison. If I know this car need brakes, but this one need an alternator, which one I'm gonna choose?
And that's what I'm saying.
But that's gonna be on me.
Okay, but that's what I'm saying. If I gotta pick and choose my poison, it's all poison.
Of course,
so I gotta take the poison. So my joint, let me find a cure for this poison because no matter what,
but let's be realistic.
I'm going to find somebody that's broken.
Let's be realistic. Black women, black men have a history of brokenness in the past. So we're both all on the same stick.
But we're not.
So we're going to have to pick and choose which one we're going to go with. Especially if we want to stay inside our race.
Yeah,
I just asked him over there, when in the history do you think black women, the black family went? He said the 80s. We're in 2026.
Okay, yeah.
We are products of that.
Okay, yeah. We're going to change it. We're going to change the narrative. Let's move on.
What's too thick?
Okay. My question for you guys is.
And before you do,
go ahead.
This is the perfect opportunity. If there are any therapists who would like to partner to be the fiscal sponsors for this particular podcast and future conversations.
Yes,
what
he said. Listen.
Any sponsors?
Baby, we need you.
Let me say this.
Okay.
yes, the show is entertaining. Yes, we'll talk about subjects and topics that may be a touchy. But at the end of the day, we as a community of human beings, whether you black, whether you white, whether you Mexican, whether you Spanish, we have to find a solution that heals us together. Talking about all this is all good. What is the next step that we're going to do to make sure that we are trying to heal and build each other? I ain't going to just say it's black people because there's Mexican people, there's Spanish people, I'm sorry, there's whatever. Any part of your relationship where you feel like any of this stuff resonate with you, your next step is, what can I do to heal this and fix this? Because if we are broken, it ain't just us. Other people are broken in their own simple ways. Are you really taking the effort? I want to challenge you and ask yourself, are you taking the effort to actually heal yourself? I know a lot of us don't want to be alone, but sometimes we need to hold ourselves accountable for our mistakes and our cracks inside of our cups and vases and try to fix that. So I'm challenging everybody out there, take a step and see what it is that you can fix on yourself before we start pouring into others.
Right.
Okay,
Right,
y'all.
yeah.
So my question is, this is not on here. So when your partner cheats and you decide to take them back, are you mature enough not to bring that back up? Because once you bring, once you say that you're going to try to fix a relationship, we all know that in the back of our head it lingers. Oh, that person cheated on me. So are you mature enough to move forward, or do you just stay where you are, or do you leave the relationship?
I'm gonna answer first.
Out of there.
I'm gonna answer first, okay? Yes, I am very mature to take him back. I've been cheated on before, which is amazing. I still don't believe it, but
I cannot with this
this is
guy.
crazy. Like,
Play all the time.
nah, and the crazy part, I'm always right about it because like I got cheated on years back. And a girl called me and apologized, like, "Yo, you were right." I know, cause I'm that dude. But me
gets on my
being
nerves.
me, I generally sometimes take people back because I know at some point I was on some bullshit. And if I'm gonna be a man, like I said, I can't help who I am. That's another thing. Sometimes you can't help who you are. If you're a one hitter quitter, like, hey, you messed up and I'm out, that's you. Me, I'm generally, what can I do to fix this? All right, did you cheat because you just out here and you just need to be fucking? It ain't gonna be fixed because I ain't gonna be around. Or are you cheating because there's something you were neglected in a relationship that I could have fixed and stepped up? Or are you cheating because you was just out here trying to live your life? It depends on not how severe the cheating, but what's the real reason. Sometimes like you said, oh, you cheated, yo, I'm out. I'm in a relationship, I found out the girl cheated, and she cheated when we went to New York, and then it came back, the nigga we came back down to Charlotte, motherfucker was in this nigga car. Most motherfuckers would have been like out, and I was at first. Then I came back and try to realize, and this is when I do self-reflection.
Because you was cheating. That's why.
No, actually I wasn't.
So
I really
I
wasn't.
feel like that's the only reason why guys be so forgiving, because they know what they do.
But you're wrong. I wasn't cheating. I can even call her to this day, and she said, no, I wasn't cheating. She had an issue. I ain't gonna tell a bitch. She had an issue. Something happened with the guy. She had an abortion. He left. I knew from the jump, like, there might be a chance we ever go back to New York, something might happen. That's an unresolved issue. Now, it is up to me to say, am I going to deal with that if it happens, or am I going to walk out? At that time, I was young. I said, I'm going to deal with this. And there have been sometimes I've been cheating on, and I knew it was my fault. I knew, but those...
It's never your fault. A person has a choice to cheat.
Yeah, people have a choice to cheat, but don't...
So it's never your fault.
First of all, you can be false. See, that's the problem.
No, that's the problem.
No.
It's your fault because you cheating. So just say that.
I didn't lay down in that bed.
Why is everybody thinking I'm a cheater? God damn, I'm not a fucking cheater. I have cheated.
Why is it your fault?
Are we talking about sexually cheating, emotionally cheating? What type of cheating
With
are
a
we
woman
talking
is
about?
all. With a woman is all.
Okay.
Men ain't gonna say emotionally cheat like that.
I hate when people say, "Oh, I cheated because you lack this in this area." Nigga, I didn't make you go lay down with that bitch.
You ain't make me go. Hold on.
So it's not my fault that you didn't have enough morals of yourself to control your feelings and your dick. Mm-hmm. What are you saying? Is you cool?
See, and that's it. If I come home, and I'm gonna give a person, you can say what you want, and this any man can tell you this. If I come home every day and every single day you nagging, All right, cool. I get past that, and I'm trying to, hey, baby, all right, cool, you got it.
Leave.
Thank
See,
you.
and that's what I say. You got people that's, hey, leave whenever there's a problem.
You
And
got a
people that
problem,
stick it out
leave.
whenever it's a problem
No.
because it can be solved. If you want to spend the rest of your life jumping to the next relationship,
Well,
and you
then
ain't gonna
stop
never-
bitching that she's nagging then.
No, it's
leave
not.
if there's a problem. Not
I
if there's a
understand.
problem. Leave when you feel like you can't take it anymore. When you feel that you're on the verge of cheating. Not leave when there's a problem. Discuss the problem. Get over the problem. But if you're gonna be the type of person that's gonna cheat because somebody is nagging, then you don't need to be in a
I like how y'all try to make it make sense. Like the other variables is that regardless, even if you cheat, and this happened with some type of women, you could still love that person.
Okay, you
Right,
don't
and
love them too much if you
no,
sometimes
that's not
love
true.
ain't enough.
That's not
You
even
don't love
fucking
them too
true.
much.
Sometimes love is not enough, baby.
Okay, I get what you. I get what you're saying.
That is
I
not
get what you're
true.
saying.
That's
I
not
get what
true.
you're saying.
You
So-
can be in love with somebody, and I honestly say what I want. You can
Love
mess
ain't
up.
gonna make me be
You
stupid.
could be mad. Love has to make you be stupid.
Love is
you
not
can be
gonna
mad.
let me be
You
stupid.
could be mad at somebody and do something you instantly regret because of your anger and your emotion. It ain't got to do that. You still don't love that person. I beat the shit out of my kids. They wrong, and I don't want to do it, but I do it, and I still love them. And I know my kids, even when I do it to them, they know I still love. It's the same thing. You can do something messed up and still love that person, even though it is fucked up. You can talk about all this. Oh well, if you're gonna cheat, just leave. It's not always that simple.
I think the reason it don't sit right with me because the way
It wasn't that.
the
Hold
way
on.
wait
I ain't step out and go buy a whore. That's simple. If I put $100, hold up. If I put, hold on. It's not that simple. It's not always that simple to fuck. Women just feel like that once the nigga cheat, it was that simple. No, I put time and investment into you and everything, and I got so much invested into the relationship, and then I meet a girl and I fuck her, right? It wasn't that fucking simple. It ain't like I met that girl and I just started
Put
fucking.
yourself in that situation to meet a girl to set it up for that.
But what if you put me in that situation?
How did I put you in a situation?
You kicked me out the fucking house.
for
Then
me,
you
I
should be in a
think
relationship.
wait, for me,
If you kicked me out the house, I should be in a relationship.
She kicked you out. Be
wait,
done.
wait.
The fuck, we got a house to
Why is
go.
she kicking you out if y'all?
Because I told her I don't want her to wear a dress that was too provocative.
Wait,
And we got into an argument and she kicked me out.
wait. I think for me,
That's my house.
I
That's
think
not her
hold
putting
on.
you in that situation. You still chose to go fuck a bitch.
And she chose not to listen to me to have that. If I smack the shit out of somebody and you go get your brother and I kill your brother, you got him killed by putting him in that situation. So you can't sit here and be like, certain variables don't happen. I get what we say. Oh, you should have. But there are different variables where, hey, you can put me in a situation, even though you don't. Yeah, it may be my choice to mess up. But you can put me in a situation where I got to make that choice. If you don't put me in that situation to make that choice at the end of the day, I'm not going to make that choice. If I put a gun in your face and say, this is the person that took out your family member, I put you in a situation to off one of them niggas. It's the
that's not
same.
the same thing.
No, it's putting you in. What I'm saying is putting
Hold
you
on,
in.
because I've been trying to say something for the last goddamn 30 seconds.
Okay.
So I feel like
Stop saying I feel like.
Again, nigga, I feel like for me, when I say you did your action and you knew how it was gonna make me feel and you went on to do that, that means you thought about yourself and you didn't give a fuck how it made me feel. So why the fuck should I stay? You knew your action was gonna make me feel some type of way.
'Cause
and-
we're not thinking like that all
Wait,
the
and
time.
you decided
But what
to
if-
still do it.
Hold on,
Yeah,
go.
what if people don't think about us when they do it? Or something eliminated their conscience? Like,
And that's why you gotta go.
Well,
If you didn't think, and again, if you didn't think about me and I'm your person, and how it was gonna affect me, then you didn't give a fuck enough.
Because I'm gonna think about my nigga at all times.
Period.
How many niggas
No,
is
you're
in my
not.
DMs?
No, you're
How
not.
many niggas try
On
to
God,
But I'm thinking about my nigga, and ain't no nigga about to hit that.
Okay,
What we talking
hold
about?
on. You're thinking about your nigga once
I let it
you
happen
go into
when I
those
want it to
DMs.
happen because that's on me. Now
Right.
I can't blame you and say, well, you made me this way.
so I'm gonna go on my DM and pick one of these niggas to fuck with.
Well, let me say this. Let me say this.
Hold on.
You need to gain some self-control, and if you don't have it, then get the fuck out the relationship.
Oh God!
Hold
Well,
on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on.
say this. It's a difference between a one night stand and an affair.
And then moment
The
two.
fuck?
Because nobody's perfect, but I look at how men react to certain situations. So if we're going through things in our relationship, what do you feel like is a solution to our problem? So if you're going to cheating, that's how you reacted to the problem, which I wouldn't agree with. Now, if he did take the steps where he said he talked to me numerous of times and I didn't, take that into consideration, therapy, if he exalted all those problems and the last result was cheating, then I have to look at myself and say, damn, when was my man trying to tell me this how he was feeling the whole time?
But that's what I'm
so
saying.
I get that part.
You said it's the difference between what?
Of having an affair and then just a one night stand. If he a one night stand type dude, every time he go
I
out,
don't think so.
I do think it's because. Well, I'm just. I understand
Because
that part. I do think that's a big
You
difference.
really don't give a fuck.
Because you can have a man that go out all the time and have multiple one night stands with women. I already know I ain't dating that type of man because he definitely just out here fucking. But if I have a man that I've been with for, I say 10 years, never cheated, never looked at another woman, we have problems, and I say a year he cheated on me, then that means that it really took him to do that. So I have to look. Because you know your man, and we can't sit here and say what we wouldn't do. We can't say what we wouldn't do. But what I'm saying is,
hold on.
We do push people to limits.
All right, hold on. Let Mama T. Hold on, let Mama T.
I can say that. I'm not saying that cheating was the best answer to the problem. But what I'm saying is, I have to bring understanding and say, damn, I did have an effect on our marriage. Because what if it's a situation where a woman just in her feelings and she don't want to give her man sex? We know, and you know your man is very sexual. Now, I'm not saying that it does give him the right to cheat, but what I'm saying is I would take him back if it's a problem where I know that I wasn't giving my man attention. I know for numerous of times. I'm not talking about like a week or 2 weeks. Away. No, because it's more stuff. What if you have? It's not easy to walk away. Especially if you're in a marriage.
But the thing about it is, you just sat here and said, if I lacked in the relationship, and he knew I lacked, and he decided.
But it's not all the time, though. Right. It comes seasons in your relationship where things go bad.
Right. So if he talked to you about that and you still didn't grasp that, as a man, if that was me as a man, if I talk to my woman and she's not changing, she's not the woman for me.
Hold on. Everybody, stop. Hold on. Let Mama T.
No. You can't say that because if that was the case, he would never cheat.
So you married 10 years.
He would have let you create.
No, I'm saying
he would have let you correct what you was fucking up on. If he
no. I'm not. But that's what I say. It's not an ongoing thing. I'm listening. I'm saying if you're married for because I've been married before. If you've married for 10 years, and I would say year 9, you go through the biggest problems. Maybe you have mental issues within yourself, and you just totally lack of communication with your husband, just withholding intimacy. Things are not going right, and your husband decide, damn, I really needed my wife around this time, and he's decided to step out. Would you throw the whole 9 years away? Is what I'm saying.
She would. Mama T, go ahead.
You get what I'm saying?
Go ahead.
We're not gonna say.
Hold on.
When you give somebody permission, you're kind of saying you're giving him that permission, because once you give him that permission, it's not.
He's gonna keep doing it.
Exactly.
Never.
That's not true.
That's not.
It
that's
is
not true.
because you. It is. It is.
It's about accountability.
Let it fly.
It's about accountability.
Try it again.
And you're in a relationship to hold one another accountable. So if you communicate and say, baby, I'm feeling this, that's what I'm talking about a relationship. If you say, baby, I'm feeling this way, I'm even feeling tempted, you should have that relationship enough to say, I can go to my mate and we can have a conversation.
Exactly.
But if
I'm feeling a certain way.
But I'm sorry for cutting you off. Sometimes that's not the case.
Right.
I can be together with you and you make it difficult for me to be with you. But I invested so much and at the back end, I'm still trying to work at it.
I'm not
still
gonna keep
giving
investing.
But why do you keep investing?
Right, I'm not gonna keep investing if I'm not.
Because just like the stock market, your money gonna go down, then it's gonna go up. So you're gonna keep investing
That's not
regardless.
the same thing, bro. If we're having that issue, I'm not going to keep investing in you. If I know
You're a runner.
Who's a runner?
You.
How?
Because you just said anytime if he mess up, I'm out.
If we've been together, that's not a runner. If we've been together, I didn't say we was together for a month or 2. You putting words in my mouth.
I didn't say
if we're together and you decided to cheat on me, because more than likely, if I cheat on you, you're not taking me back. Most men. So you can't say I'm a runner because I chose to put myself first. You didn't choose to put me first when you went to go stick your dick into something. So I don't have to choose to stick by you.
Saying, man, like you dropping jewels.
So at the end of the day, yes, you invested. I invested at the end of the day, but I'm not going to keep investing in you. Like you said, we all take a loss. So that's a loss I'm going to have to take to go find somebody else where I can build that back up.
All right. So in general, it don't matter how long y'all been in a relationship. What you think?
It's exactly.
Okay.
And that's
it's
preference.
hard to come back from cheating. And me personally, I'm not gonna cheat on my guy. So I'm not gonna accept a nigga cheating on me. So if I find out that it's happening, I'm out. Because I know that it's gonna be hard for me to really come back after that and be so forgiving without bringing it back up again.
And then if you know something
You're not a forgiving person.
and y'all can communicate.
No, it's not about not being a forgiving person.
You just said it.
You keep accepting it, it's time to walk away.
Let me hit on that. Let me put it into perspective.
Hard and it was so much invested, so that there alone should wean you away from those type of actions and putting yourself in situations, because you play with fire, you're gonna get burned.
Let me say it like this to make you understand and put it into your perspective. Say my man did cheat and I didn't want to be out, but I know like anything could trigger me, resentment and all that, and me being mad at you or me looking at you and being irritated,
And
attitude. I might as well leave instead of going through that.
Right.
So you're looking at
But
it
why
as
not heal?
hold on, wait, you're looking at it as I'm just running or getting out. I'm looking at it as I'm reserving my peace. I'm reserving me not always lashing out on you. I'm reserving all of that. So it's
Your
not
peace too.
right. It's not running. It's just that in that state, I'm not going to put up with making the relationship worse. Because once you're getting cheated on and you have those feelings, resentment is hard to come back from.
VDOT,
So hard.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So what if you cheat, right?
Mm-hmm.
And like Sade said, what if she keeps lashing out, the resentment shows up? Can you deal with that?
Exactly.
Right, of your action.
All right.
Or
Yeah.
is that gonna lead you to go back out?
No, I can. I've been on the receiving end where I know I messed up and I dealt with it's a punishment. I looked at it, hey, it's a punishment.
But a lot of men aren't like that.
Yeah,
I know you're still tripping.
Man.
Hold
Why
on.
you still going
Now,
through it?
let me say this. Hold on, let me say this. All right, let me say this.
Amen.
Hold on, don't amen. Because
Amen.
at the end of the day, we have to understand, all right, I'm gonna let you lash out. But there is a time limit.
No.
No.
Oh no!
There's a time limit.
And I'll put a time.
How somebody heals.
Hold on, let her talk. Hold on.
Cut. You are not done.
All right, cool. Let me say this right here.
What? Hold on, wait. If your mom died,
Man.
and somebody was like, she died 10 years ago, you can't tell me how long to get over my mother's fucking death.
Exactly.
Okay.
You can't tell them how long to heal.
Let me tell you something. Yes, because my parents died when I was 9 years old. Both my parents, a month apart. So yes, it ain't take me 20 years to get over it.
But that's you and how you process.
No. That's the problem. We don't accept. At the end of the day, bad shit has happened. It's fucked up. I can't sit here. Listen, I got one of my brothers still dealing with it. Cool, that's you. But at the end of the day, move forward, because the past is going to always be the past. You cannot keep saying, I'm going to sit in the past. I'm going to sit in my hurt. If you're not a person that can deal with it, then cool, we can split. But if you're a person that say, I've been hurt, we're going to deal with this. I'm going to try to get over it, and I'm going to get over it. But if we're talking about, let's say I cheated, and you're taking 2 years to get over it, that means, hey, 2 years? 2 years, we couldn't build up better memories. I couldn't work hard. 2 years, now I'm about fucking excellent, nigga. You ain't never paid the bill. I'm here, I'm beck and call. Everything you ever wanted, I'm doing so much better. You're even giving me more love. And then you want to go back to that? That means you're not trying to heal.
I get that.
You're not trying to heal.
I can agree with that, because like I said, I've been married before, and in therapy they do say in marriage, not saying forgive quickly, but if you hold on to that, it's really going to mess the marriage up. As long as both of y'all are willing to heal together,
And
work together, but you can't take a man back and still throw it in his face, because that means you're not healing. That's not fair for him.
But it's not
because
her job to heal alone. She
I'm
ain't
not-
do this alone, so it's your job.
That's
Don't tell me
working
to heal
together.
and put a time limit on my healing process when you're doing nothing to help me through this process and heal.
But if
and
I'm
then
helping-
you want to say, oh, well, that was a year ago. You should be over it. Why you still? What are you doing to help me heal?
We're not going to say.
situation.
We're not going to say guys like that be like,
Yeah.
oh, you should have been here, if he's not doing nothing to
Right.
reconcile his mistakes.
Right.
I'm a big believer. Like, I don't care what nobody said. The bottom lines of my relationship is what's in the Bible. All right. If the Bible said I gotta forgive you, guess what I gotta do? I gotta forgive you, regardless of how hard it. I know. You know what? And you're absolutely right. But the problem is, when are we going to sit aside and say, what's our morals? We're gonna have a standard. Hold on. No, morals. Hold on. I said.
Thank you.
Don't forget those now.
Hold on. No, the greatest. One of
Where's
the
the
greatest.
clock? Where's the motherfucking clock?
Hold on. You're clocking something, and I'm about to go right back to the Bible. You're clocking something, and I'm about to go right back to the Bible.
Because the Bible say don't commit it. Exactly.
Yeah. And he said, yeah, you can. He said, hold on. He gave you an option. Jess, you said you can. But if you're going to work, because it does say forgive, do not keep, it says forgive and don't keep bringing it up. It says forgive and move on. It says forgive and try to heal. It says that.
People use that word
To their advantage.
No, okay, but you should know. I'm sorry. You're
Mom,
right.
this is the podcast.
Yeah.
This is how we get. That's how it goes.
Hold on. No. She's absolutely right. There are manipulative people and users. And it's so hard to tell who's who. Mm-hmm. Because there's been relationships, I've been in love with the person that I cheated with. Because I'm lacking whatever's in the relationship, and I didn't realize that till I stepped out. And it's as fucked up as it is, it has happened.
Well, why do people cheat?
I'm going to say this, there's no one reason.
I'm talking about my circle. I'm
Okay.
talking about why do people cheat?
Okay.
Let me tell you why.
Go ahead.
She gonna tell you.
Because they have no character, no integrity. They don't value what
That's not true.
they have.
That's not true.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I don't agree.
I can tell you a perfect example. No. Okay, let me tell you. Hold on. No, because I'm about to cook. Let me get my shit back.
I believe it's a choice between them
hold on, I'm about to cook.
and choosing. When you choose yourself,
No, I'm about to.
when you
I'm about
cheat,
to.
It's already done.
Okay,
when you
I'm about
cheat,
to.
when you cheat,
Well
you
done.
choose.
Well done.
Let me tell you something. If you cook on that, your food gonna burn.
Oh God.
Well, let me say this. Well, let my food burn. All right, I'm gonna say this. What y'all fail to realize, like, all right, there's a whole dynamic of how relationships are. So there's no one reason why people cheat. And you saying, you can say how people are changing character. That's y'all watching them Waiting to Exhale movies. At the end of the day, there's a number of reasons. If I'm in a relationship and I'm doing what I'm doing as a man, right, and I got great character, and for the hope, I said there are reasons. And I'm with a woman who now showing her true colors, who's now not being the woman who I met, who now withholding a certain type of intimacy from me, who now talking down to me like you can say that. You can say
Leave.
that. No. Hold on.
Walk away. Leave, nigga.
Listen. Let me tell you, because y'all, this is why I say yes. I agree. You are a runner, because this is one of the.
You ran to the next bitch.
First off, stop cutting me off. Let me finish. Let me finish it. What
You want to
saying
stay
is-
with her and go get some more pussy and come back, but she's the
You
runner.
want to eat it too. That's
Nigga,
what it
please.
is.
The whole point, y'all not listening.
You're not
this had
making
nothing-
sense.
No, because I'm not finishing.
We don't want you to finish because it's dumb.
It's not dumb.
Go ahead.
All right, cool. I'm gonna tell you about one of my homeboys. I can't. I'm gonna just say, Malik, you know who the fuck you are. He's beating the shit out of his girl every day. Every fucking day, he was beating the shit out of his girl. I had to. No, stop.
Hold on,
No, stop. No, I'm about to. Because when I said there's reasons, y'all don't want to hear that. He was beating the shit out of his girl every day. I remember coming to the house one day and he called me, yo, you know what this bitch did? She ain't do this. I came over the house breaking this shit up, right? Breaking all this. Now this is a sweet girl. She's phenomenal. Any fucking guy would want to wife her. She stepped out on this nigga. Now she ain't got no fucking character. No, don't say. There's nothing else you can say. Sometimes we are pushed to a limit which we don't want to come back for. No. It's not saying this girl ain't got no character. Sometimes we get fed up with our situation that we didn't know was never going to happen.
She should have walked away.
Should have left.
Hold on. And then and this is another point. You act like everybody can just fuck up and walk away like we all got it figured out. Because we don't. Sometimes we need to go through shit, even some bad shit, to figure it out. Yes, we should have walked away. But sometimes, like this girl that was with Malik, who took care of everything. From the time she was 14, he had everything for her. Bills, everything. She can't do nothing without this nigga. Where the fuck is she gonna walk away to? A shelter? For what? She don't even know how to get into a shelter because he been.
That's a her problem.
See, and this is where I say, the heart of humanity is fucking gone. It's not a her problem. She need help. And the only way she's seeing her only option, she met somebody that damn showed her work. Yo, what the fuck? I can get out of this. I can leave this. God damn. And then sometimes that's what they needed. But then it wasn't like she could just up and leave because she got a nigga that's, oh, you gonna leave? I'm going to kill you. And guess what he did? He tried to kill this bitch. So y'all saying up and leave like that's the end all. Oh, you can just leave and everything's gonna be great. No, there's bitches that's leave that's crackheads now. There's motherfuckers that left that's fucking dead because their answer was, I'm gonna just fucking leave. It doesn't always work out that way. That's why I say you can't say. Yeah, but you're saying their character, you're saying their character, they didn't care. There are so many different variables of why a person cheats. It ain't all, no, it's not. It is not. It is not. Maybe back in the day, in the early 70s, it was like that.
No, it still boils down to that man.
Okay.
You have a choice.
So, and she chose to find a way. Sometimes we're trying to find a way because we don't know. We do not know what it takes to have a perfect relationship. No, if that's the case, you will have abusive relationships. No, there's some people that don't know.
Well, let me say this because I have grandparents that have had this in a relationship and they shared it with the family. We didn't know, but they actually did God restored their marriage. My grandparents went through that. My grandmother did say that for about, I don't know how many years, but my granddaddy wasn't affectionate. I don't know what was going on with my granddaddy, but in the period of their marriage, they had a big thing going on. My grandmother stepped out. Now they did restore their marriage, but I can't sit here and say that my grandmother doesn't have character. I can't say that my granddaddy doesn't have character because this is life stuff that's going on internally between two people that's in there because everybody has a journey in life. We all go through things. We don't know. Maybe somebody going through stuff at work. People have health issues. People going through stuff with their children. But if somebody step out, that's how they reacted to the situation in their marriage or in their relationship or whatever. But it's still it's workable. If you believe in God, I believe in.
It's not workable. You can work anything out if both people are willing.
You're still saying in that moment you lack character.
But it's not always character.
But
in that moment you lack character.
It's not always character. No,
in that moment you lack character.
Not even in that moment.
Because for me, if a nigga putting his hands on me,
what's the definition of lacking character?
So she had a choice whether to leave or not.
What's the definition of lacking
character? Hold on. She wants somebody to go to jail for 20, 30 years and be like, yeah, you got out the relationship, girl.
You said she didn't leave because she could have got killed. She's going to get killed in the same thing. So why? Man. What do you mean? So you can't say she should stay because she's going to get killed.
No, I didn't say she ain't going to leave because she did not know. She was with this guy since she's 14. So there's certain things that you learn on your own that you don't know when you're with somebody that's taking care of everything you could have ever imagined. So when it's time to leave, you're literally starting off. It's like a person that go to jail when they're 14. I always say, if you go to jail at young, you come out that same age because everything that you knew stopped once you go in.
But most people, when they go to jail, they're in jail reading books, learning. So she should have been learning in that relationship.
But that's not every relationship.
That's her problem.
If you got a relationship where you're a fucking queen, you're getting flown out here, you don't have to worry about nothing. What the fuck would you need to be reading? Yeah, but you don't never think that's going to stop. Just like nobody thinks we're going to die tomorrow. Nobody thinks that.
But it don't take 14 years.
No, but it does. You don't know when it's just like dying. You don't know what's going to happen, so you're not thinking about that. There are some people.
Every day for 14
just like you said,
no, it wasn't every day for 14 years. It was a period. It happened.
You can't dwell on the past, like he said. Those was his words. Whatever like that, she needs to figure out what she needs to do in her life. So if she's not strong enough or has the mind capacity in 14 years to try to better herself, that's a her problem.
But she was at
that's her problem.
See, and that's what I'm talking about. She was at the pinnacle of what y'all women want. What the fuck would she need to better? She didn't take care of. Hold on, she didn't take care of. It was a business. She ain't really have to run it. He put everything in his name. She was at the pinnacle of what girls really fucking want.
So she chose that lifestyle to get her ass beat. So she got her ass beat, but she's not 14 no more, my boy.
Yes, but you're not understanding.
It don't matter. She chose the luxury and chose to stay to get her ass beat.
That's the luxury wasn't luxury. What the fuck?
You just said she got everything she wanted. She didn't need for nothing.
This is what I said. From 14, they were together since 14. Mm-hmm. This nigga ain't had all the money when he was 14, so he accumulated as he got older. You're saying like, she chose a nigga that she actually loved.
Okay.
In a relationship later on, it became abusive. Now, at that point, he's already up ends. He's already taken care of her. Okay. If I got $1 billion, what the fuck business is you gonna start? that's going to match mine. So you're
So
not.
she chose $1 million.
It's any girl that would do that. There's not
No,
nobody.
that's not
Name
true.
one person. Name one person.
That's not true.
Name one person.
That's not true.
Hold up.
Let me say this.
That's not true.
How I'm about to cook because I'm about to show you evidence.
What do you value most? Because material stuff ain't gonna keep me.
You're absolutely right. But you're talking about a person that you grew with. This is past.
People grow apart every day.
No, y'all not hearing it. Y'all not hearing it.
You're making excuses for your friend.
No,
and we understand.
Hold on,
We
I'm not
understand.
making excuses.
But if she wants to
What
be
I'm
a dumb bitch, that was on her. Simple.
This is what I'm saying. At the end of the day, I get what you're saying, material. This is go past. This wasn't all about material.
I've been with you 20 years. And if you stop being consistent with me.
And not handling me right.
All right, let me ask you that. Before y'all got married.
I get that part.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, before y'all got married. This is anybody. Have you been in other relationships before you got married?
I have.
Okay. Her point. Okay. And let me tell you this. She's never been in any other relationship. So it's all.
That don't matter.
It does matter. What?
You yourself. It's about how you
Yeah.
Hold up. If you've never been in a relationship and this is all you know, no, it does. Y'all, I guess y'all don't deal with people because there are some people.
I deal with people every day.
Yes, but you learned that. You learned that, but like you just
She
said.
should be learning.
Hold on. Let me say, you just actually saying, I'm a life coach. I deal with. Hold on. Hold on. You said you deal with people every day.
And I'm not evolving in that relationship. I'm not growing, and I'm dying. If you're not growing, you dying.
Exactly.
And that's what I'm trying to say.
She let herself die.
That's her fault.
No,
That's her
listen
problem.
to what I'm saying. She started at the end of the day, they were dating since they were 14. So obviously she was fucking grown. She was
making excuses.
No, I'm not making excuses. At the end of the day, I just told y'all, we know what we know, but we don't know everything. If you only know one specific type of way and it has been going good, it takes something to happen until you realize this is fucked up. Yes, like you said, I deal with different people. But if it's a personal relationship that only dealt with one type of relationship, that's all they know at 14, at 14.
They don't have what you're saying is they don't have no awareness of anything.
And y'all acting like everybody got this awareness, and no, they don't.
For years, she was supposed to grow.
It does matter.
But some people,
Yeah, when you deal with different people, you know a fuck nigga because you dealt with a fuck
But
nigga.
let me say
You know a good nigga because you understand what a fuck nigga is. But if you never dealt with that, you don't know.
I'm gonna say it like this: when a good nigga start being an elf nigga,
Exactly.
and you ain't treating me,
You know the
mistreating
difference.
me,
Okay, and let me ask you this: if a good nigga turns out to be, and this is y'all say common sense, but if you only know one way, and you're like, oh, he's been a good nigga, and maybe this is what you may be looking at it like, damn, maybe this is what niggas do when they get money. That's because you don't know.
I know when you mistreat me.
Right.
Yes,
some people
you
don't.
do.
I get what
And the
you're
whole
saying.
point
I get
is-
what you're saying because some people don't know. It's like being in a certain environment. You can't grow more than your environment.
Once she
unless
got
you've
her
been
ass
out of
beat,
that.
she knew.
So her leaving, then
Once she got bloody and all that bitch knew.
Absolutely. Now you making excuses.
You making excuses.
No, I'm not. Y'all act like we don't know nobody that's been in an abusive
She thinks she's supposed to
relationship.
get her ass beat because that's all she know.
some people.
Some
do.
people, yes.
do.
No, that's all they're.
What the hell?
That's all they know. No, listen. Some people. That's all they really know.
That is
For real.
wrong.
Some
They get their ass
people,
beat.
because some people grew up like that. Some people really.
What they're used to.
Have y'all ever met people that they take?
I
their
ate an
time out?
olive and when I realized I didn't
Hold
like
up.
that olive, I spit it out.
Hold on.
Let me ask you this, B-Dog.
But no,
So you gonna let me
Hold
beat
on.
your ass?
some people. Some
Hold
listen.
on,
Some
hold on.
people do.
You
Hold
gonna
on.
let me beat your
Some
ass?
people.
Continuously?
Cause
Listen.
you've been with me 20 years.
You gonna let me
No,
continuously.
no. See, let me.
No, I'm not talking about her situation.
No.
I'm just asking.
No,
Mama, come on in the
hold
camera,
on.
mama.
No, she don't want any camera.
Do
I'm
you
about to
want
answer
good-
that.
No, yes or no? I don't
It's not-
know. Yes or no?
Would you let me keep
Yes.
beating your ass? You gonna let me keep beating your ass?
You need to.
Being your own person.
This is
No,
Yeah We
okay.
Say TV and it's over.
is.
Hold
It
on.
is
No, it's
broken.
not over.
It
Let me
is broken.
let me see this.
That's a broken person.
No, hold on. Let me
That's a
let me
broken
explain. First, let me explain. You're just coming. This is the problem. A lot of times we're coming at a broad question. You're gonna let me. If you're all that I ever know, it's like a child. No, it's like a child. A child that's getting abused, and all they know is their parents. They ain't running away. They still there.
Let me ask you a question. Wait, if the stove is hot and that's my first time putting my hand on that stove, my reaction is gonna be to take that bitch off, right? Am I gonna put it back on? No, because I know that motherfucker hot. So if somebody beat my ass,
Let me
you
tell-
think I'm gonna continue to let them beat my ass?
Let me tell you why that don't make no fucking
Okay.
It
sense.
makes plenty of sense.
Hold on. Hold on.
That makes plenty of sense. Did that make sense to you?
J. Cole has a lyric like that. He's like, he say, touch the stove when it get hot. He said, anyway, he was like, you touch the stove. It's kind of like when he did with George Bush, when George Bush was like,
Yeah.
But anyway, it was like, you reach the stove and you get hot, you pull it back. And it was like, but if you touch it again and you keep it there, you officially stupid. That's the part that.
Thank you. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me, shame on me. So again, once she got her ass beat that first time, she knew it was wrong. Just like I knew when I put my hand on that stove that first time. I don't want to do that shit again.
But you're not. And you see what I'm talking about? You're not in a relationship with a fucking stove.
You're missing the point, boy.
Let me make a good point.
That's how I know you don't comprehend. That's how I fucking know.
Let me show you.
I thought we was talking about if we take our cheating partner back.
And this is what, because they're
How we
talking
get
about.
to a stove?
I know.
But my whole thing is like that's just explaining. Like he's saying that that's all you know, and then maybe she don't know that's wrong.
Right.
But I didn't know it was wrong to put my hand on that stove until I touched it, right?
Right.
And I knew to take it back, and I knew not to put it back.
Right.
So she should know once she went through that situation, it was wrong, and she got her ass beat. It shouldn't have went back.
Yeah, because I get what you're saying, that's all she knows.
Yes, it's like a child.
But it's like this.
I'm
At
kind of
some point,
lost.
a child still grows, even when they've
We
been
talking
beaten.
about-
So was she?
entire
I'm
lives.
saying, did he put his hands
hold
on
on.
her
And she
before she
stayed.
cheated or after she cheated?
Both.
He was before she cheated.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, okay, I made an analogy.
So did she lack character or he lack character?
And that was the whole point. Like
Okay.
she was, Mama T was saying she has no character. If you cheat, you have no character. I said there's different reasons of why people cheat. It does not have.
In that moment, she lacked
I have a
character.
question. I have a scenario. So, you know, our people have been enslaved for 400 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, we have an administration that's trying to take us back. But we've been in 400 years.
Kanye said
Are we
something
going
similar.
back?
Okay.
That's the Kanye
Same thing.
No, okay. Let me show you. Let me show you how it's not the same thing.
It's the same thing.
No, let me show you. Because even slaves, once they got freed, and they knew all the bad shit, and they still went back to work at the plantation. So human psyche means like sometimes if that's all you know, that's all you know. Just thank you for the slavery. No, it's not because that's what you want to know. Because it's fear. We don't understand that
I
it's.
think she stayed out of safety. She stayed out of.
That was her safety spot because she didn't need for nothing.
Out of habit.
So she stayed
out of habit because that's what she had known. But that doesn't mean it was right. She still had the choice. She just stayed because it was a habit.
It was her safety spot.
It's a habit because that's all she knew.
No.
She didn't have any. I just literally said that's all she knew. She didn't have any help.
That's all she knows to this day still.
No, she died of that shit.
You
That's
know,
called-
you know.
But my thing-
It's called Stockholm Syndrome.
Regardless of what it's called, they have a label for it. Yes,
Right.
but does that mean she doesn't have any character?
She's saying she lacked character in that moment.
That character.
When she stepped out, she lacked character in that moment.
That
Because at the end of the day,
character-
she didn't have to step out. She should have left.
That character is herself. So in this world of life, we each have a role, right? Shakespeare put it, all the world's a stage. We each have our exits and entrances, which would suggest that we are all playing a role. Most of the time we're playing a role of ourselves, right? Which is, they will call in film a character. So when she don't have character, she don't have herself. She didn't identify with herself long before, and then she.
I did.
Went-
All right. So does she
Thank you.
identify herself?
She never had character.
So
At the end of the day.
that's what I'm trying to say.
did,
She
but then
never had
didn't
characters because she
identify
don't.
with herself.
They never do.
And sometimes it takes traumatic experience to develop it.
She should have it developed that when he first beat her ass.
See, you know that because you have the experience to understand that. Sometimes we don't. If you don't have that experience, you can talk all that one. I've been skydiving, all this. If you ain't had that experience,
You don't have to
you don't
have
know how
that
it's like to
experience to
jump
know
out of
right from wrong.
No, sometimes there are. I'm sorry to say, yes, you
Yeah,
do.
sometimes you do.
Yes, you fucking do. I
can look at a child. A child who's
Why you-
never been here. If I look at a child a certain way, they know that they're wrong. You don't have to have experience to know you're wrong.
No, they can
You don't have-
they can feel something and not know what it is.
And that's what she should have felt.
We're gonna wrap this up today. We had some technical difficulties. The camera went out, but I'm gonna say this. today's conversation was very, very helpful for whoever can take it as being helpful.
For you.
It wasn't helpful for me. I already
Damn.
know this stuff. All right? I agree with a lot and I disagree with a lot. At the end of the day, I don't have all the answers. That's why I bring my guests on here. That's why I got Mama T out here. That's why I got all you guys out here, because I do not have all the answers, and my job is to find as many answers that I see fit or right. I may be wrong in some of my opinions. That's okay. You can take what I say with a grain of salt. You can agree with Sade. You can agree
If he
with
called me Sade one more time. Just
you
one
can
more.
agree with Duhh, and you can agree with Leisha, baby. You can agree with some of us. But at the end of the day, you take what you can from this and try to learn. I'm all about learning and growing together. If you don't like it, cool. I don't care. I said what I said, and yeah, we said it.
And all jokes aside, we sit up here and we play all the time, but mental health is important, like we stated before. If you're going through something in life and it's not
Call
sitting well with
911.
you, please go seek the help that you need. Even though we joke about it and all that, we joke about it because we know it's a very hurtful thing. But if you need help, baby, go seek it.
Yeah.
If somebody beating on you, leave, please.
Mr.
Yeah.
Denzel.
Call me, I'll beat their ass.
Mr. Denzel. Hold up. Mr. Denzel.
And look, and if you don't call 911, call 211.
Right.
Because they're going to give you the community resources in order for you to have what it is that you need in order to be successful.
Exactly. There's always resources, people you can reach out to, and a way out of it if you need a slicker way to get out of it.
Mama T.
And if you recognize any situations that we've talked about, and you need help, they say hurt people hurt themselves.
Okay.
Amen.
With that being said, I am your host, VDOT.
I'm your co-host, C-Duh.
Co-host Leisha, baby.
My bad. K-Dog, Big Dog.
Big dog.
Denzel.
No Washington.
Coach Lady T.
All right, and this is Yeah We Said It TV. We out.
Yeah, we said it, baby.